feeling right now?
Well, I think we're in a good spot. I mean, obviously we'd like to be in first place, but I think the hockey we're playing puts us in a position where it's in our hands to get in the playoffs and maybe do some damage in that first round. So I like it. When if you watch practice today, you saw the guys were a lot of energy and feeling good, had some fun, but they'll get a day off tomorrow and then they'll go back to work Wednesday, Thursday and prepare for Manitoba.
How important is this week off to, tweak some things and, fine tune some stuff?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for this whole week is, which helps us, is some guys that are banged up. We got some injured guys that maybe need that extra day or two before they can get back in the lineup, which helps. But the main thing is for them to just kind of take a deep breath, get away from the game a little bit, and then when they do come back, they're energized and the batteries are recharged and they're ready to go.
How good is it?
Speaking of, like, Tyler, is he one of them? Sakura?
back.
Is he, when do you
He'll be
expect
back for Manitoba, first game.
Oh,
So
okay.
as far as I know, unless some mystery illness comes in, but he says he's ready to go, which there's a prime example of this week having off where he can get some practices. It's not like we're just throwing him in the fire. He needs a few more practices, so it's going to work out good for us.
How good is it to see Highmore out there? Non-contact, obviously, but just to see him skating.
It's good. He looks good. We miss him, and you know that. You know what he brings to this team, and we've missed him all year. So we're hoping we can stay afloat here and keep this little keep in contention of either a playoff spot or even in the playoffs, and keep it going. So when he comes back, he's only going to help our team.
Is there a new timetable for him now, or?
Well, it's really just the strength of his shoulder. It's just really, like, he looks good skating and all that, but you can skate, ride the bike, and do all the ellipticals and all that stuff as much as you want. But when you start grinding it in the corners, that's when you feel the conditioning. So I think it'll be good if we can get him into some battle drills more and more as we go here, and then see how his shoulder feels.
How big will it be to have both Highmore and Sakura back in the lineup eventually, for the scoring punch and for the leadership?
Just for everything. They play a two-way game. They play in all zones. They create offense and they take away offense. So it's going to be huge for the penalty kill, huge for the power play, just huge for our team. So I'm excited for them, but we don't want them back early when they get hurt, because they came back too early and they're out a little longer. So we're going to make sure they're ready to go, and when they are, they're staying in the lineup.
Speaking of a guy that just came back, but it looked like he departed in the game, Terry Broadhurst. I mean, that's a veteran guy that you want that leadership from, especially at this time of year.
Yeah, and that hurts too, because there's another guy who's been injured a couple times this year. The injury he had with the hip or some stomach muscle or something, and I'm not sure exactly, what it is. They throw out these terms at me, and I just went, can he play or can he not play? But didn't want to see him go down. So we'll just have to monitor it, see how he is Wednesday, Thursday, and see if he'll be able to play on the weekend. But it's not looking that's going to happen. So
Is Colin Daly different now than he was a month and a half ago?
Well, he's different. He's got a little more money in his pocket. He's got a nice car. But no, you know what? The kid's got a great head on his shoulder. He understands what's going on. And when he's here, he was excited to get back to working on his game again. And he's going to be a huge help to us, especially down this stretch here.
Is he any better mentally or physically, or has he grown as a goalie or a leader?
I think he is. I think physically he's better. I think mentally he's able to hold on to his game. Whether, like the last game, maybe he didn't like one of those goals, but he didn't let it rattle him. He stayed in the game and focused and shut the team down. So that part of it, I think, is huge for him. And the mental part of it, coming down from playing in the NHL, thinking you're a full-time NHLer, you shouldn't be down here. Dealing with that's probably the hardest part, and he's dealt with it great. And he's working his you-know-what off and practice, and he's focused.
How's the cycle between the three goalies been so far? Obviously, that was a big talking point last week about carrying three goalies, and now you get a chance to work with them a little bit more on the ice here.
Yeah, that's Pete's department. I just Pete, whatever you feel. No, but Pete manages that well. He gets a guy out there earlier, and he'll rotate that and just do special work with those guys, and then rotate the guys that are in the practice. Game time, obviously, we'll have to have some discussions, but most of games probably be Delia, and then the other two are just going to have to fight over those extras. But they know what's going on, and again, they're good pros about it too. And I have no problems putting any of them in the net at any game, anytime.
A little tougher situation for Forsberg, but he's handling it, huh?
Yeah, he's handling it great. Like he just had a kid, and so this is actually a good time this whole week to have off. And even maybe he doesn't come on the trip to Manitoba. I'm not sure, but maybe it's a good time for him not to come and just stay at home with his family. So we'll see. We'll talk with Pete. We'll talk with the management and see what their thoughts are. But like I said, you put any of those goalies in net, I feel comfortable that we can win hockey games.